Hello guys, in today's video I'm gonna go over how to graph a linear equation. So first of all, what is a linear equation? So the linear equation is an equation whose graph is a line. Okay, and the standard form of linear equation is looks like this: ax plus by is equal to c, where a, b and c are non-zero real numbers. Okay, and this is basically the standard form of linear equation, standard form. Okay, and this kind of equation give us a line on the graph. Okay, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna learn how to graph a linear equation. All right, let's write down one equation. So we got y minus 2x is equal to 5, and we like to graph this equation. Okay, so there are a couple of steps we need to follow, so let's do that. So step one, so I'm gonna do it step by step. So step one is solve the equation for y. We're gonna solve this equation for y. So we're gonna solve the equation for y. Okay, so we got y minus 2x is equal to 5. When this is solve the equation for y, means we need to find the value of y. So we want to get rid of this 2x. So what we're gonna do, gonna add 2x on both sides. Okay, if we add 2x on both sides, so this 2x will cancel out this 2x and we're left with the y is equal to 2x plus 5. Okay, now the second step is step 2. In step 2, we're gonna plug in some values of x over here, and we're gonna calculate the values of y for those x values. Okay, so for that, I'm gonna make a table over here. That's where we're gonna plug in the values of x and find the values of y. Let me make a table. I'm gonna make a table over here. Oh, that's the wrong one. Let's do it again. Okay, so gonna make a table over here. There you go. Let's make a separation here. Okay, all right, so what we're gonna do now, I'm gonna say this is my x value and this is my y value. Okay, let's do it. So we got y is equal to 2x plus 5. Let's say x is equal to negative 3. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna plug in this x negative 3 over here. So this is just a random number. Don't be like confused, where did we get this negative 3? We just need some x values, and we start with a negative and some positive and 0, so that our graph is evenly distributed in all the quadrants. Okay, so when x is negative 3, so y is equal to 2 times negative 3 plus 5. That gives me negative 6 plus 5 is equal to negative 1. So I got negative 1 over here. Similarly, we're gonna find value for x is equal to negative 2. In that case, y is equal to 2 multiplied by negative 2 plus 5. That gives me negative 4 plus 5, and the y value is equal to 1. Okay, so on, we're gonna plug in all the values of x. Let's say negative 1. So for negative 1, y is equal to 2 times negative 1 plus 5, which gives me negative 2 plus 5. and that gives me 3. Okay, we're gonna do the rest of those. So let's say 0. For 0 we'll get, so we're gonna plug in x is equal to 0, so this will be 0 and y will be 5, and then we're gonna do 1 when x is 1. 2 times 1 is 2 plus 5 is 7, and do x is 2, so 2 times 2 is 4 plus 5 is 9. And let's say if I got x is equal to, I'm running out of space, so x is equal to 3. 3 times 2 is 6 plus 5 is 11. Okay, so that's how we can find the x and y values. So now what we're gonna do, we're gonna plug in these values into a graph. So how are we gonna do that? Let me step back and go to the graph page. Okay, so I got my x and y values over here from the previous page. Okay, so we solved the equation, we got x and y, and now we're gonna graph those x and y points. So I got x coordinate, I got y coordinate, and this side is positive, and so does for the y on that side, and this is a negative for x-axis, and this is a negative for y-axis. So my first point is a negative 3 and negative 1. So this is my negative 3x over here, and negative y1, which is right over here. So this is my first point. Okay, and then I got negative 2 for the x right here, and 1 for positive y. So this is 1 positive y, so this is the point. Okay, and third one is a negative 1x, which is here, and y is negative, sorry, y is positive 3, which is going to be over here. Okay, and then we got x is equal to 0 and y is equal to 5. So x is equal to 0 over here, and y is equal to 5. This is 4, so this is 5. So that's my point there. Okay, then we got x is equal to 1 and 5, y is equal to 7, which is going out of this graph. So I think these points are enough to graph it. All right, so if I graph it, what it looks like, basically I'm gonna join all those points. Okay, and it will look like this. Okay, so I'm gonna start from there, gonna join all the points right there. See, now if you notice, this looks like a straight line. So that tells us the equation we had is a linear equation, and the graph of that equation is a line. All right, so I think this will help you guys. Just do a couple of examples and you'll be good to go. Okay, one more time. So what we got an equation in the standard form, and first of all what we need to do, we need to solve the equation for y. Okay, so we're going to keep y on one hand side, and then we're going to plug in x values there, which are just random values. Let's say 1 2 3 or negative. So I do it in a order. See, negative 3, negative 2, negative 1, 0, 1 2 3, and then we find the values of y for those x values. Okay, and we found those x values, y values for those corresponding x values by plugging x value over here in this equation. Okay, and then we got x and y points, then we graph it on the graph paper. So negative 3 and negative 1 is this point over here, negative 2 x and positive 1 y is this point, and then third point and fourth point, and then we join those points with each other, and that will look like a straight line. All right, thanks for watching the video, guys. Please share with your friends and subscribe to the channel. I'll be making more videos on like graphing inequalities. Okay, so thank you, have a good day.